Let's start off with a simple exercise. I want you to count with me. 1 to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. See, today here, guys, I want to talk to you about the legacy that you want to leave. But I cannot do that without explaining to you the concept of utilizing the most invaluable commodity that we as human beings have. Nope, I'm not talking about chocolate, as much as it pains me. I am not talking about oil. I am not talking about gas. I am not talking about anything that has monetary value. But rather the one thing that no amount of money in this world can buy. And some of you may have realized from our exercise, and that is time. See, we are always taught that, growing up, you must have heard that you can never get it back. I've always heard it, the 24 hours that the beggar and the rich man has. We are taught that your 24 hours counts. We are taught that your 24 hours matters. But we are never taught the importance of how utilizing the time that you have, how making those seconds, those minutes, those hours, those days efficient truly makes a difference. See, growing up, I never really understood how we as a society could continue to place value on the one thing that had no value. I mean, recently, I quit a 16-hour job that I was working 16 hours per week, 4 weeks a month for 4 months. Now, if I go back to my former employer and I say to him, hey, look, man, I just won the lottery. My luck turned up, and I want to buy back the time that I spent at your company. First of all, he'll look at me like I'm insane and I'm on some form of narcotics. And second of all, nothing that I do would ever make that work. And unfortunately, sorry guys, but those 10 seconds that we spent counting, we can never bring those 10 seconds back. See, I'm a firm believer that the way that you utilize your time changes your reality. And your reality controls your destiny. And your destiny controls what I call your legacy. Now, let me just rewind and explain that to you. If I spend my time in futile manners, then I will, A, succumb to this distorted sense of reality where I have not achieved what I want to achieve. And that in itself will pave a destiny that I do not want. And that in itself will not allow me to have the footprint, will not allow me to have the effect on the world that I really want to have. And when I mean legacy, I don't mean doing big things like stopping climate change or preventing world hunger or curing poverty. I mean doing the small things big, not the big things. And the best way I can truly explain legacy to you is through my own personal story. You've all heard it. There are 2 times when someone's truly born. The first time that they're born, and then the day that they find out why. Well, the second time that I was born, I was 16. I had just finished secondary school, enrolled in grammar school. I got grades that put me on the top 3% of the country. I was striving to ensure that those seconds, those minutes, those hours, those days helped me get closer to my dream. And boy, did I dream. And then it happened. And I won't dwell upon the it or how it happened or the why it happened, but rather I would tell you that I lost my why. And when I lost my why, I lost my time. And don't get me wrong, I don't regret it. Because I always say there is no other place in the universe perfect for you than where you are now. And there was a reason for that. But when I lost my why, I was no longer able to utilize my time. I was no longer to make my time efficient. And thus, I was losing the impact that I would be able to have on others. I was losing what I call my legacy. And then I remember at 18, every year around my birthday, I get a bit sentimental. And there's this little red book. I don't call it a diary, I protest to it, but there's this little red book that I have. And every single now and then, I open it up and I write down something on it. Just a little reflection to myself. And I remember opening it up on my 18th birthday, looking at it and saying to myself, if I die tomorrow, what impact have I done in the last 2 years? What small things have I done big? Who have I helped? What have I done? How have I utilized my time? And then it occurred to me, I went through this cycle of self-destruction. I went from organizing protests in the classroom, my parents say, put your energy to good use, to being so afraid of asking the tram inspector, sir, how long is the tram delayed for? And it occurred to me that I am the only person who's able to utilize my time to get myself out of that box and to begin living my reality so I can change my destiny and then I can hopefully pave my legacy. See, ladies and gentlemen, I want to ask you, what is the legacy you want to leave? See, I never loved my birthdays purely because I didn't get the concept. A year closer to having left the world, but what would I have left? See, I asked God to guide me on the right path, but I often see myself getting steered left. The presence of a moral conscience in a world so dirty, but they say hate the game, the system, as I can't seem to wipe my hands clean. See, from birth, I was told by others that I am shackled by social deficits. I was told that I am a Muslim black woman and that should be it. So as I sat on my 18th wondering if that angel of death was wandering and coming, then what would I leave? Except a life of unlived tales and unseen mystery. See, today I see too many young women choose to live their life in misery. Merely for the social confounds of their gender, but ladies, I render myself a testament when I say you are the change you want to see, and already the woman that you want to be. See, harness that energy from within and let this world be your drawing board. See, patriarchy, misogyny, and the system has set up a scoring board. But ladies, let them know that your life is not a game, not a tick for the attack. Because ladies, you have one life and that's that. So change from within to see change around. My mom would always say, houses ain't built from the roof, but rather the ground. So lay your foundations and lay them firm. So when that storm comes, and it will, ladies, your foundations are firm and no force in the world can ever make your blossoming flowers tilt or turn. Ladies, do not grow so you can watch your doubters or your haters burn, but rather blossom so you can show them that if they let that inner hate behind, then it can truly be their turn. Aim to inspire ladies as you aspire, ladies, for greatness. And remember that empowered women empower women, empower women, empower women. And as Tupac said, we all came from women. Remember that with you, life shall begin and life shall end. It's Ayan, guys. Thank you very much for coming to my TED Talk.